The execution of Gilles Garnier seemed to put an end to the legend of the werewolf of Dole. But 16th century Europe knew no rest. If the fear of the werewolf arose in the forests of France, in the vastness of the Holy Roman Empire, another name began to spread. A name that carried not only the shadow of cannibalism, but the weight of nearly 1,000 deaths. Christman Genipperteinga. The bandit, the murderer, the supposed human demon who turned the roads into tombs. Sixteenth century. Dangerous roads. Europe plunged into war, famine, and fear. And in the shadows of those dark forests, there walked a name that still chills the memory. Christman Genipperteinga. The bandit. The murderer. The supposed human demon who left nearly 1,000 corpses in his wake. Germany in the late 1500s was a breeding ground for terror. Without firm laws, travelers and merchants became easy prey. It was the perfect stage for monstrous figures to emerge. And Christman was perhaps the worst of them all. Contemporary accounts claim he murdered 964 people. A number so absurd it seems impossible, yet it circulated in pamphlets and popular ballads. He ambushed travelers on the roads, plundered merchants, devoured human flesh. And, according to some versions, he kept women prisoners in caves, for abuse and later execution. It was a predator that turned the forest into a cemetery. But Christman wasn't portrayed simply as a criminal. In the popular imagination, he was something more. A being linked to Satanism, black magic, and blood rituals. They said he stored treasures in caves, among the bones of his victims. And that his fury knew no bounds. Over time, Christman's network of violence became unsustainable. Pursued by the authorities, he was captured. And his execution reflected the enormity of his crimes. Records tell of a personal dismemberment. A bloody spectacle in which every part of his body was torn off before the crowd. Thus ended the man some have called medieval Europe's greatest mass murderer. But did Christman Genipperteinga really exist? Or was he an invention, a scarecrow used to scare travelers and demonize common criminals? After all, nearly 1,000 deaths seem beyond the capacity of a single man. But, legend or reality, his name has spanned the centuries as a synonym for absolute horror. If Gilles Garnier was known as the werewolf of Dole, and Peter Stump as the demon of Bedburg, Christman Genipperteinga was the incarnation of death on the German roads. A man, or a myth, who to this day reminds us that, in the shadows of history, evil can take forms impossible to comprehend. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to stay updated on future cases. The terror didn't stop there.